There is a silence at the bottom of the world that is impossible to describe. It is heavy, it is cold, and it has lasted for 113 years. Down here, 2.5 miles beneath the surface, lies the grave of the Titanic. We often talk about the ship, the steel, the size, the luxury, but we forget that this is, above all else, a cemetery. Time is cruel to the Titanic. Every year, the ocean takes a little more of her away. The iron is being eaten by bacteria. The decks are collapsing. The great staircase is gone. Most of the ship is unrecognizable, now a twisted skeleton dissolving into the mud. But deep inside the heart of the wreckage, hidden behind steel doors that were sealed by the pressure of the ocean, there is a room that refuses to die. When cameras finally entered this room, they didn't find rot. They didn't find rust. They found a ghost. To understand the tragedy of what was found, you have to remember the life that was lost. The Turkish bath on FDAC was the sanctuary of the Titanic. It was a place built for comfort, inspired by the palaces of the Middle East. It was filled with golden lamps, warm teakwood, and laughter. Wealthy men and women sat here, wrapped in warmth, escaping the freezing Atlantic air outside. They felt safe here. They felt invincible. Looking at the photos from 1912, you can almost hear the faint echoes of their conversations, the clinking of glasses, the quiet breathing of people at peace. But on that freezing April night, the lights flickered and died. The warmth was replaced by icy water, and for over a century, the world assumed this beautiful room had been destroyed, crushed by the violence of the sinking. We were wrong. Explorers sent a robotic camera deep into the belly of the beast. It was a dangerous journey through collapsed corridors and debris. It felt like walking through a tomb. But then, the lights hit the wall. What they saw brought tears to the eyes of researchers. There, amidst the death and decay, the Turkish bath stood. Perfect. The beautiful blue and green majolica tiles were still shining in the darkness. They were as bright and vivid as the day they were laid. The teakwood chairs were still sitting there, waiting for passengers who would never return. It creates a heartbreaking contrast. The rest of the ship is melting away, looking like a natural reef. But this room looks like it is frozen in a time loop. It is hauntingly beautiful, but it is also terrifying, because it looks like the water never touched it. It looks like someone just left the room. When you look at these images, don't look at the architecture. Look at the emptiness. Look at that chair. 113 years ago, a human being sat there. Maybe a father returning to his children. Maybe a young bride starting a new life in America. They sat in that room, surrounded by those beautiful blue tiles, completely unaware that their time was running out, unaware that the ocean was waiting for them. Now, only the tiles remain. The people are dust. The stories are forgotten. The preservation of this room feels like a cruel joke by nature. The objects survived, but the life did not. It stands as a silent monument to the fragility of human arrogance. Titanic will disappear completely, becoming nothing more than a stain on the seabed. But for now, it sits there in the dark. A beautiful, tragic, lonely room, holding on to a memory that the world has moved on from. Rest in peace, Titanic. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please share this video to keep the memory alive.